Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com.
Yo, Bob the Cigar Guy is not muted, so we're going to mute him. There's muted.
Oh.
Now you are. And you're out of complete frame.
That's because over.
There it is. Welcome into Chief Talk from a 2-week hiatus, or a 1-week hiatus. This is the first time I've seen you all in 2 weeks. Welcome into the show. It's a happy Thursday. Welcome, Banker John, Lee Rickens, Cal, Gary, Zanstra, Bob, Ellis, Michael, Zach Beck, Jebet, Sean Crowley, Willie the Glass Guy, and Charles Adamson. Welcome into the show. How is everybody doing? I saw Lee Riggins said, does this show come on only on Thursday? Yes, it does. I know.
No, you can watch it every day.
You would love to have more and more Chief in your lives in a live capacity. Everybody wants more Chief. There's a lot of Chief to go around. Matt Brugger, welcome in. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. I want to know, before we get into everything, 1, how are you doing? 2, what are you smoking? 3, are you drinking anything? Bob the Cigar Guy, welcome into the show. What are you smoking over there?
I'm working on Acid 20, and today I decided I would bend the elbow a little bit, get something fancy. I grabbed my bottle of Jefferson's Ocean. That's right. We're going to rock some J.O. tonight.
I guess I'll go ahead and grab something over here. I don't know.
Leave the Buffalo Trace alone.
Fine, I'll leave the Buffalo Trace alone.
Leave the Eagle Rare alone.
Dang it. Let me see. I'm going to come up here for this Woodford.
Good drink.
This is a single barrel selection. No, it's not.
Much left.
The proprietary batch. Distillers Select Woodford Reserve, going in the Glencairn glass here. Gonna give me a nice old schnoz full.
So good.
There we go. Almost finished that bottle off. Probably won't happen tonight. But cheers, Probst. How are you doing? 20 people already in the show. 5 minutes in. Continue the streak.
It only counts as 10.
19 episodes in a row.
No, it counts as 10 because you weren't here last week.
No, that is not true. That is not how we work.
You're gonna have 40.
I am going to be smoking the brand new Coroneta from the Crowned Heads. This is the Maduro. They have the Maduro in a Habano.
Not a bad smoke.
I believe. But I posted this to an Instagram story on Monday or Sunday. I think it was Monday I posted an Instagram story, and most people were like, hey, how is that cigar? I was like, I don't know. Let me smoke it on Thursday. So hopefully people have come just to watch me smoke the cigar and figure out how much I like this guy. I'm going to dump this cigar cutter. 2 bands. 2 bands on the cigar. Got the foot band down here with the crown heads on it. Got this cool little, like, 3-leaf clover kind of sort of thing up here. Big old Coroneta on the back. And then, like I said, the crown heads band down on the bottom.
Crown heads is basically, they kind of fallen off a while, haven't they? I mean, they were big and blowing up, and everything was running crazy. I don't know if they just pulled back off their socials or what, but
No, I think probably one of the things that Crowned Heads did is they leaned really hard into that new Oshgener line with Tim Oshgener. And so they've come out with a few different lines under the Oshgener name. So I think that's where a lot of the time and the effort has gone to. They still have done the Los Calaveras, but I think this is one of the first new blends for Crowned Heads proper in a while.
I mean, he's a neat fella. He really is. He's a cool guy. Love sitting down talking with him.
He commented on my story. He was like, "Hey man, hope you enjoy it." So hope I enjoy it as well. Supremo Tobacco and Fotos de Puros. He's stuck in traffic, so no smoke.
Well, the window down.
I hate to hear that. Charles Adams says he's got the My Father Fonseca. Cal says already smoked an MS3 from Oliva and a box pressed Rebellion from Viking Cigar.
All right.
What should I smoke next? Oh, I don't know. He's smoking pretty heavy. Keep it up. Matt's got a My Father Fonseca MX edition. Nice. Michael Zakvik says we need a BTCG hat. Cal says he's in deep to some brandy and cognac. J8 says somebody went to the barber. I did. I went to the barber. Got my hair did. I'm throwing in the Highland Games this weekend, so I've been waiting to get my hair cut just for that. I left the beard long. She only took off I almost feel like I shouldn't have had to pay for the beard trim today, but she took off just a little bit. But she did clean up the money makers.
Now you are doing the Highland Games this weekend.
I am doing.
You're
Highland
going to be
Games
one of the heavy athletes.
I am heavy athlete. I actually titled tonight's show "Smoking Cigars in Public" because I think I might just smoke a cigar out at the Highland Games while I'm throwing.
Take some with you.
I'm gonna
take some plush with you because you know they'll smoke plush.
I'm not gonna share.
Yeah, share.
No,
for God's sake.
No,
share.
I'm using it as an intimidation factor.
Dude, don't be a
comes this jacked 6'5".
So if you don't know about the Highland Games, it's the Scottish Games, baby. Basically, it's a redneck game where you wear a kilt and you don't have pickup trucks around you. But everybody's saying, "Hey, fellas, watch this!" And people pay money to come watch people throw heavy things, foam poles, huge rocks the size of a human head and then some, cannonballs on the end of a stick, 56-pound weights, and a big lunk on the end of a chain over your head and over a bar. And I'm going to tell you what, the real man, when he throws that thing in the air, he don't take off running. He stands there and he waits for it to fall. That's right. You let the hammer fall where it sits. And then what else is there? Then you got to take this dang, the sissies are good at this one. You take a dang bag of straw in a burlap sack, and you put it in a 3-prong pitchfork, and you throw it as high as you can. That's just for the guys that were a little bit small, and their mom said, "Well, let Johnny play. He wants to play." Well, Johnny can't throw nothing. Well, let him throw that bag of straw over the hill. Make him feel good. That's where that comes from.
If you can't tell, the worst event for Bob the Cigar Guy
I hate it.
Was indeed the sheaf toss.
I hate it, boy. I can't throw that thing for Dad Jim Nut, and I got to bend over and shine the whole crowd, and it's just it's not a good look. I mean, you need to have a gravity about you. You need to have an equator about you when you do the Highland Games. There must be mass to move the mass. You have to have strength as well. You just can't be a Jello, a Boba Fett, or Jabba the Hutt. But, you got to have a little bit of poundage to move the poundage. And Chief is amazing in a couple events. The Stone, you can't catch him because he used to do that. He used to do that spinny round and throw the power ball. He was real good at it. He's good at throwing the weight over the top of his head. He's pretty good at that. He's all right at the caber flipping the phone pole, but there are better people in the house that do that. Now throwing the sheaf, he kept up with him for pretty much good and while. So, and the hammer, he doesn't have the cleats, so it's a detriment to that.
I've never won the hammer.
Chief has had a sword. He's had more medals than God knows. Yours truly. I only have one medal, but in like bowling, there's only one perfect score. In the Highland Games, there's one event that has the perfect score, and But this year's going to be his year. He's going to throw 312s on the caber. I have faith.
It could.
I have faith.
I'm prepared for it. Before we go any farther, Cal says, "How was the event, Chief? The Drew Estate event last week was fantastic. I hated missing out with you guys. I hated missing doing the show. But I tell you what, it was nice to be able to just go to an event and hang out, relax, and chill. Will McFall, I love getting to see Will anytime he comes into town. And unfortunately, it just always happens to be on a Thursday. And so I was like, hey, man, can you stop scheduling your events on Thursdays? And he was like, man, they picked the schedule. So, but I've gotten my Will McFall event in on a Thursday, so I shouldn't have to miss any more Chief Talks for a Drew Estate event anytime the rest of this year, at least. Hopefully not. But no, it was a great event. I got to buy a UF13, which was nice. They had some ferals, but we have ferals here at the shop, so I didn't feel as inclined to buy those. But I don't get to see UF13s. If it had been a UF4, man, I'd have been on top of the world. But we got a UF13. They had some Dojo Dogmas there, which are somebody was saying they were smoking one tonight. Where was that at? Where somebody said they were smoking the Dogma. Can't see it anymore. Fireborn. So it's got a Drew Estate Dogma going tonight. But I had the Dojo Dog. They had a box. They only had 2 of them left in the box. Ended up making conversation with a guy who was like, "Hey man, I've got here too late for the ferals and the UF13s. Is there any other rare cigars up there?" And I was like, "Man, that Dogma, they don't make it no more." But by the time he went up there, they were already gone. Lee Riggins, I got some Hoyo de Monterey Epicure Excalibur from Cigars International, and half were too tight and half too loose. Is there a problem at the factory, or is it Cigars International? It could be
humidity.
It could be a mix of both. It would be weird to have half humidity on a box where it's too tight or not tight enough. I'd say maybe, Cigar International is a big warehouse. And as much as they probably try to keep that warehouse humidified, it is a warehouse. And how many times do we all struggle with keeping our own things humidified, right? I can attest, I sometimes struggle keeping everything right in the right humidity zone. So I would say just unbox them, open up the box in your humidor, your coolador, trapidor, whatever, and just give them a little bit of breathing time, give them a little bit of time to acclimatize to where you're at, and hopefully they do good for you. Fireborn says, went to the Highland Games in Estates Park here in Colorado one time. Fun. Laurie!
My man!
Fireborn. So Chief can throw his weight around is what I'm hearing. I mean, it's a lot of weight to throw, but I can throw it. Michael Zakovic. Hey, Law. Ronald Smith.
There's my picture. That boy's feet have left the ground. If that's not the perfect positioning of, he's just about to release that caber, that's textbook on how you throw that caber. I mean, Chief did an amazing, amazing job on that throw. That's one of my favorite pictures I've ever caught.
That photo is
that was
12 years old now.
Yeah, it's been a good while, but you know what? You still got it.
Well, we're going to find out. I'll know on Saturday whether or not I still got it.
You still got it, whether you use it or not.
Laureem says, Chief's looking beefy. Thanks. I've been working out in the gym a little bit. Try to get all of my. Look at that. Oh yeah, shadows. Yeah. That was the year after. That was the next year. And
That was no beard.
No beard. Oh, that was after chemo.
Was that after chemo?
It was. Ronald Smith, DE, Michigan Road Dog in the house. Cal says he orders from Cigar Place and haven't had a problem so far. Give him time to rest. Absolutely. So, smoking cigars in public. Have you done it? Do you do it? Do you shy away from it? Look at there. Young Chief. That was the first year. Throwing.
In a borrowed kilt.
And it was pinned. It wasn't even Velcro. It was pinned. Now
See, you didn't think I had pictures of you. Then it was a kilt where you were trying to win the game, and I think you won. But
that's my third kilt. That kilt doesn't see the Highland Games at all. It might if I get invited to walk in the parade. I might wear that kilt.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, hide everything. First lady's here.
Cal says, "Yeah, I smoke
baby.
cigars in public. If someone doesn't like it, they can get on."
Kick rocks.
Gary Zinch says, "Yeah, I smoke in public." So yeah, I've been thinking, and I'd say smoke them in public outside of outside of a lounge or outside of like your yard or things like that. Our downtown, the big in Greenville downtown, you can smoke walking the strip. And I've seen
part of it.
I've been by most of it.
Yeah, I got pulled over by the cops.
Oh.
Caitlin did.
But
the guy that sticks a finger in the nose.
But Furman, you can smoke everywhere outside of buildings, like 15 feet from buildings. And fortunately for me, everywhere I throw is over 15 feet from buildings, unless you count a porta potty.
Yeah.
Are you planning to smoke while you're at the game?
Steven says thinking.
Possibly. I'm gonna bring cigars, or at least
Are you gonna
a cigar.
Are you bringing them so you can share them with all the big
No,
guys?
bringing them for the intimidation factor.
Intimidation factor. It's like Terry Crews.
Scary.
I was. Dad and I were talking about this is muscularly probably the biggest I've been in a very long time. So I've been working hard since January.
He's almost as strong as I am.
Do you feel like you're going to keep it up after?
Oh yeah, I was one of the. So since we're on the topic, I am somebody who's very goal driven. If I have a goal, I will try to see that goal through. But if I don't have a goal, if I'm kind of wandering aimlessly, I will just kind of do it until I'm not interested anymore. So with a goal, even if I'm not interested, I'll keep doing it. So my goal has been to be as strong as I can for the Highland game. So I've been training muscle groups specific for a lot of what I do
like
in the Highland
the
game.
caber and
The weights and the rocks.
Have you practiced with the 3-prong pitchfork? You even have one?
I do. It's in the back of my truck right now.
Okay.
I had to drive all the way to Malden to get it.
You put some like carnauba wax or anything on them?
No.
Are you supposed to?
No.
It's supposed to sand it.
Sand it to make it grittier?
Make it slick.
Law Ream says, got to smoke at the game. Cigars increase testosterone. Let's see. There's a bunch of, let's see. Law Ream says, First Lady. Bob Ellis says, time for a giveaway. Gary Amster says, hello, First Lady. Ronald Smith says, hello. Lee Reagan says, hello. Ronald Smith says, thunder and lightning right there. Yeah, got the thunder.
I thought I was thunder.
No.
But no, I must be lightning.
No.
Are you thunder?
If I smell it, I'll call you thunder.
Thunder.
John Lovell, yeah, I was just in Greenville, and I would say they were not that friendly to cigar smoking. Food is great, though. Oh, I'm from Somerville.
Oh, hey.
Fireborn smoked a DE Cafe con Leche in a smoking section at a bar once, and the cigarette kids behind me asked what the delicious smelling cigar was, and they got a quick and friendly cigar education. So there have been guys I haven't thrown. This will be my first time throwing in 5 years. No, 4 years. So technically 5 years. The last time I threw was in 2019.
It feels like it's been longer than
I
that.
signed up to throw in 2020 still. But then they
canceled.
canceled it because of COVID, and then I signed up to throw in 2021, and they canceled the event, and then they moved it to a private venue for just throwing, and I decided I didn't want to do that. And then I did not sign up in 2022, did not sign up in 2023, and then when the email came in January, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it.
I'm excited that you're doing it this year because, like, we really enjoyed doing that as a family. Like, we really, we put the tents up and we hike out for the day. We'll go out and visit the things and come back. Go out and visit.
Still waiting to get the email as to what time the games actually start.
I think at 8:30 is what I saw online.
9:30 is what time the general thing starts.
Yeah, but don't you guys?
They've not released the time for us to throw yet. So I got an email yesterday that says, "Hey, tomorrow we're going to be sending out an email that says athletic start time, where to park, lunch and beverage details." So it has not come yet.
I got all the
Better smell.
stuff. Thank you. I don't know if it's better.
Jay Bates says, I've smoked cigars at concerts when walking around about town. Yeah, I know Jay Bates smokes at concerts when he goes to his Nickelback concerts. I always see him. No, Shinedown, not Nickelback. He always has a little Travador full of cigars with him. I think I remember him telling me a story one time about some girl who was smoking weed, turned around and gave him a hard time for smoking a cigar.
Oh, there you go.
I think that's the story Jay Bates told.
Weed stinks. Cigars are delicious.
They stink too.
Ronald Smith says, "Oh, by the way,
Around
see
there.
you guys next week?" Question mark?
Oh, is that next
Is
week?
it next week?
Woo.
All right. Shop's dirty. I'm just going to warn you. I ain't got time to clean the shop.
Jay Bates says,
When are you coming? I don't have all the details. See,
Jay Bates says, sometimes I get evil eyes and complaints at concerts crack me up because some people are smoking cigarettes, vapes, and that other leaf, but somehow the cigar smoke is where they draw the line. That's what I thought I remember you and I having a conversation about. I think you texted me today, and I never texted you back, Jay. I feel so bad for not texting you back.
I can't see.
I was at my barber when you texted me.
Those some glasses.
No. What are we doing next
1st of
Thursday
June.
evening? Are they
Utah.
coming out?
Utah.
Oh, you're going to be on the show.
He wants to be on the show Thursday evening.
Oh.
Why not?
Why not? Well, I can't say
I don't
yes.
know.
It's
I
I
said-
know
Utah.
why not?
He said, "Oh no, my bad." The following week. Look, you just let.
See, you guys, y'all need to give me the date so I can put them on my calendar.
I still may not have a shop.
John Lovell says, "So I watched the Umbagog comparison. So tell us which one was your favorite. Take a side."
The one I smoked first.
He's not talking to you. I really, really, really enjoyed the bronze back. I love the Umbagog, the OG Umbagog. It's an amazing smoke, and the bronze back just has a little extra kick to it, a little bit of pepper. But not only is the pepper there, it's in balance, and it just seems like the other flavors have just stepped up their game to match the pepper. Great. You haven't had one, have you, Chief?
Huh?
Oh, it's. Let me see. Let me
Did
see
you
if I can
check
pull.
out? Where were
It's-
you?
It's got cedars, oakiness, saffron.
Have I had
from
a
the
bronze
west
back?
side,
Yes, I've had a bronze back.
from
I
the
have,
west side of the Himalayas.
I have
in
not
the
had-
shadows of the cedar tree.
I have not had a bronze back from the
I
pack.
loved how you guys just talk over each other. It's like neither
All right,
one of
so
you
I've had a
has
bronze
given
back from the
up
pack,
floor,
but
and you just
I have
keep
had two
talking,
bronze back that I
because
got
if you
from.
don't just keep
PCA.
talking, the other one is just gonna
I
not
can mute
give
your
you
mic.
time.
I can mute your
I'm
mic.
just saying.
I have had two bronze back. Both of them were from the PCA cigars that we brought back. I have not had the bronze back from the pack that we have.
I can't tell if Lee Riggins is throwing us shade.
We're out. We're out of the bronze back.
Yeah, I'm sure we are. Jay Bates says, it's
Is
usually
Lee-
the Deadwood
is Lee
line of
throwing shade
acids
at
just
us?
because I know the scent can be more pleasing. That's such a kind gesture of you. Instead of getting out there with like a flathead 770 and just smoking out the crowd. Or actually, if you're going to smoke out the crowd, you grab an Underground 10. There were three guys on the couch that I was sitting next to last week, all smoking the Underground 10 because it was one of the bonus cigars. If you bought a certain amount of cigars, you got that cigar added. And they were all smoking it for the first time all together at the same time. And there was a huge cloud of smoke that just could not be eaten fast enough. I'll tell you what, I really enjoyed Social Cigar Lounge.
It's a nice lounge.
I thought that was a really nice lounge.
The look is cool.
That's a really good way to describe the bronze back. Ronald Smith says he'd be there on the 6th.
See, Chief? That's the good way to describe the bronze back. That's what I'm saying.
Lee Riggins, Chief, do you have a show by yourself?
Yeah, it's on feetfinder.com.
Hold on. There we go. Now I have a show by myself.
Go to www.hammertoe.com and you'll see the Feet Finder app for Chief.
Michael Zakovics, I did smoke the Arsenio. I've smoked two of them, and I am not impressed. I have heard that the PCA Arsenios weren't as good as the ones that have been sent to
Aganorsa?
lounges. Yes. I have not picked up any of the Arsenios at a lounge yet. I need to probably pick one up just because of that suggestion, but I have had two, and both of them have not been great. I will say that is probably the best constructed cigar I've smoked all year, though. That's a 6-inch cigar, 6.5-inch cigar, and I had well over half of the cigar hanging tight. Charles Adamson, I did the comparison at home, not side by side like BTCG though. Smoked my first OG, then the bronze back. In my comparison, I like the bronze back a little better. I like the bronze back better. I don't have a problem with the Umbagog. I like the Umbagog. I can tell that the Umbagog is the budget line for Steve Saka. It's not a Sin Compromiso. It's not a Todos Los Dias. It's not a Stillwell or anything like that. It's an Umbagog, and I think that's great. And I like the Umbagog. It's a yummy cigar, as Supremo Tobacco would say, the Umbagog. But I do like the Bronzeback more because the Bronzeback seems more refined. It
seems grown up.
It feels like it's the cigar that bridges you between the OG Umbagog and the Sin Compromiso.
Fair enough. I can see that.
Michael Zakvek's got a 5-pack on the way. John Lowell, question: do you think the Drew Estate 10 from a B&B is different than one a person can buy online? No. They're both the same cigars. It's just how they were stored.
Absolutely.
So if you buy from a brick and mortar that is small in the sense of it's not a warehouse, you're probably going to have, in my opinion, a better beginning product experience with that cigar than if you would buy it from somewhere that is a big warehouse that takes a lot more humidification and air flow and temperature into consideration.
You also have to think about when they got the cigar, the shop got the cigar, they want to sell it as fast as they can. And so maybe they're a California shop and it traveled all the way across the ground from Florida over to California in the middle of summer, and it's wicked out some of its moisture, and then you've got to go behind and rehumidify. And summertime especially, I like to let my cigars rest for a couple of weeks at least if I can. If I don't hold any problems with the cigar,
especially if you're buying it as a box, right? I think you probably have better experience. Like if you go into a shop, right, you go into a lounge and they have a box open in the humidor. It's a 10-count box, and there's 7 of them already missing. There's 3 of them left. That box has been open in the humidor, not in their storage room, not in their cold room. Their cold room may be humidified, but that box is wrapped in cellophane. It's a closed box of cedar, and all the cigars, which the Liga 10 wouldn't be wrapped in cellophane. But it does have another piece of cedar spill in there. It's got the
and the box is cellophane.
Speaking of boxes,
so it is slower to
I figured
release
I would
humidity.
go ahead and jump on in right here
And
because these fellas are going to talk all the whole time.
Oh wow,
Stephen, what's the show called?
Chief Talk.
Raising my hand. Okay. Raising my hand. Speaking of boxes, I just thought, I'm here for a reason. And it's because I love to give other people's things away. So are we ready for a giveaway?
Nope.
Yes.
A giveaway? No, we ain't giving nothing away.
We are giving something away because I do have a box. But I'm not giving it away to the viewers. I'm giving it away to BTCG, whose birthday is this weekend.
Happy birthday.
Sunday.
58 years old.
The best gift that I think I'm going to get is the fact that Stephen is dedicating his Highland Games to me, and any awards he gets, he's going to give them to me.
Did he say that?
You want me to win a sword so bad?
Oh, that's so nice.
I want a battle axe.
That's so nice. Anyway, at the beginning of the month, I came on and was like, hey, I love to give stuff away. BTCG's birthday's coming up. And so if anybody wanted to mail something to BTCG for his birthday, that we would open it up on Chief Talk the Thursday before your birthday. And here we are. The Thursday before your birthday.
Has it been a month since you've been on?
Not exactly.
It's been 3 Chief Talks. One was last week when there was no Chief Talk. And it was 2 Chief Talks.
No, it was a Chief Talk. We had a Chief Talk before then, and then the Chief Talk before that. So it was 2 Chief Talk, or 2 weeks. So it was 3 Chief Talks ago.
Yeah. Isn't that what I said?
No, you said it's been 3 Chief Talks, which makes it seem like there's been 3 in between.
Oh, well.
There's been 1 Chief Talk in between, but also a break in between.
Anyway, so we did receive something in the mail for your birthday.
Yay.
So I thought that I would go ahead and give that to you so you could do an unboxing.
An unboxing.
So here comes the birthday present. To BTCG. Happy birthday.
Who's it from?
I can't see. It's dark in here.
Brian Castro.
Supremo Tobacco.
Woo-hoo!
I have his sticker right there on the seat.
I
Right there.
see that.
He's a part of the DLBC.
Yes.
Well, happy birthday to you from Supremo Tobacco.
I got Oliva package.
All right.
That's all right. Now, is there a note in here that says any Rocky Patels give the Chief?
There is a note in there. What it says, I don't know. I don't know.
It says Uncle Bob. That's right.
It does not say uncle.
Yes, it does.
Oh, does it? I'm telling you guys, I cannot see.
Hang on. Let me make it look
I
clear
need
for you.
some glasses and some apparently light.
Oh my gosh. He went the full Monty.
You want to know what I thought it said? I thought it.
Family friendly?
I don't know why I thought the E was an S. I thought it was like Uncas Bob.
Uncas Bob. The Uncas. I can see being the Funkle.
Oh.
The fun uncle. God,
The
dog.
fungus? Among Us?
Among Us. I got a card.
I see that.
I got a card. I'm excited about it. Oh, and I got a sticker.
Can you open the door? Need some hip?
Excited. I got a sticker. I got a sticker. Which I have that sticker right there on my humidor as well. We're not for everybody, but you're for me. What does it say? Oh my goodness.
But he wrote that big enough that my eyes could see it. Yes.
It says, Uncle Bob, happy birthday. May these bring you as much joy as you give the cigar world. Cheers. That Mexican street, a.k.a. Brian, a.k.a. Supremo Tobacco. The Mexicans. Yeah. Mexicans.
Maybe Saint.
He's the Mexican street. That's my man right there. I got to tell you.
Well, that's because you thought he was Mexican.
I did not.
You did.
You thought he was Mexican?
He did. Brian is not Mexican.
Isn't it Latina?
He's not
It's-
Latin
it's
anything.
Latin-
It's actually Latinx, right?
He's not Latin anything.
Is he Italian? Is
He's
he the Italian?
American Filipino.
American Filipino?
Oh, with some lumpia in here? Oh, I love me some
I know
lumpia.
you do.
I love me some lumpia.
I know you. He likes
hope
some
it's lumpy.
Filipino food. Ooh.
Oh
Oh,
my!
you got a sticker.
I got some cool stuff.
Oh,
I
you
got
got a
some
bunch of
stickers. I
stickers.
got some stickers. But oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! No, you can't have none. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
This is your dad's birthday present.
I got 2 packs of the
Whoa.
original
There's-
El Wawense Wise Man Maduro. I just did the review on these today.
Law, you're a douche.
on the original or on the new Wise Man, and I was like, man, I wish I had an old Wise Man to pair it with, and I have them, and I love you, and even Bovita packs and everything, man. You are on the top of my list. Thank you so very much. You don't know these. Oh my goodness, this is an amazing gift. This is fantastic, Steven. You got good friends.
I do.
You need to pay attention to them.
Whoa!
Well, thank you very much
did
for
this for you.
for making the call to action. I appreciate the call to action.
Oh my goodness.
That's-
Y'all see how unappreciated I am as a member of this team? Not only a member of this team, but I have been your wife for a really long time.
You're
And
welcome.
you are just ignoring the fact that, like,
Look,
You're
thanks, Steven.
I will offer you one of these cigars. to
Steven's
smoke.
the reason, we're married. Thanks, Steven.
I will. Would you like one of these cigars?
It wasn't for me.
I'm just saying.
You know what? I'm gonna do something
I'm just
I never
saying.
ever
Who can hate
do.
a face like this?
I got so much of this acid 20 left, and it is going in the acid tray because I'm going to fire one up right now. We just talked about letting them rest for a week, but no, boy, howdy! And I got my Jefferson's Ocean right here. Man, thank you so much for
Oh,
having this
no.
call to action.
No. Too late now. Nope.
Dude, you are awesome. Thank you so dang much, man. This is awesome.
I don't think he's on right now.
Well, he'll watch it back.
He'll probably pop back in after he gets home driving.
Oh, is he the one that was stuck in the car?
No, that was another Deadly Breakfast Club member. That was Mike Supreme with Tobacco.
Smells sweeter.
It's so good. This cigar is.
Brian,
I was going to go back to who asked if you had a show by yourself.
He said
this
no
is
shade.
it.
He said it was no shade.
No, I know. I'm letting him know. This is it. This is his show by himself. It started out
by myself.
It started out being chief.
You know what I'm doing?
Talk. That's for yourself.
You know what I'm doing?
That's you being sad that you lost your show.
You know what this is? This is me playing the world's saddest song on the world's smallest violin.
That's for yourself. But yeah, this was it. I should say this was it. This was your show.
This is a treat and a half.
Fireborn. Did you hear about the guy who didn't talk to his wife for 10 years? Didn't want to interrupt her.
That's how I feel on this show. I'll tell you what.
Oh my goodness.
I had to break in and just talk over them and say, speaking of boxes, which was the best break-in ever.
So good.
So
Is it
bitter.
so good?
So bitter.
You want some?
I'm not. Nope.
Oh, so good.
Ooh,
And
oh,
as I'm smoking it, holding, got my William Henry bracelets by the First Lady. Skulls. Look at the skulls on there. And then
It would have been hilarious if you
Burns,
just said
and
Diana Burns.
I
first.
know, right?
Say what? What'd you say?
Yeah.
I said it would have been hilarious if you just said from Diana Burns first and then Mom.
All right, I'm stupid, but I ain't dumb. No, this is.
No, it's dumb. I'm not stupid. Either.
These are gonna. I'm not gonna smoke these for a while. These things are gonna rest because see, here's the thing. Foundation doesn't make these anymore,
That's right.
Oh.
and this was my number one cigar for 2 years in a row.
Oh.
I love this cigar. Every chance I get it, I just eat them up, right? And these are the Vitolas I like. There's another Vitola I really didn't care for as much, and these are oh my gosh, these
So
are amazing.
technically, this could make
Oh my gosh,
this could make your list again this year because you
His
smoked
list?
it in 2024,
His list doesn't go off of that.
and now you're reviewing it.
I won't do a list on a cigar because I've had cigars that I found phenomenal and amazing, but they're either not for production or you can't get them because they were a special blend from somebody. That's not fair. Nobody wants to watch a list of, yes, I got this and you can't have it. I'm not.
I want to see that again.
Man, I'm happy. I got it. I got this cigar. All them chins, I don't care. They're all there because it's a wise man. I may not. I got a smartphone, but I am not. And this cigar is, oh my gosh.
Well, that's nice that he
This is
said that
nice.
to you for your birthday.
Thank you so much for making this
Yeah,
happen.
you're welcome.
Because I was like, don't do that.
Great question, Lee. Have y'all ever had a cigar that knocks your socks off and then you buy a box and it just don't match up? Is it just first impressions?
Ooh.
So I've had socks.
I've had socks knocked off, but not because of
I've
cigars.
had cigars.
I was gonna say,
I've had cigars that have knocked my socks off, in the sense of, well, I guess when you say knock your socks off, are you talking about like it was just amazing knock your socks off, or knock your socks off? It was a cigar that knocked you down to the floor.
I think he's talking about an amazing cigar.
I have fallen out of love with cigars.
agree.
Some certain.
like you smoked it too much.
No, just
palate
my
changes.
palate changed. It's like when you're a baby, right? Eating mushy peas, they're delectable and to die for, but then you realize that you can eat real peas, and it's like I don't want those mushy peas no more. It's the same thing, it's just in a different vessel, right? But no, my very first real love cigar was the CAO Brasilia, and I haven't touched a CAO Brasilia in a very long time, just because I really don't care for
They
them.
don't make them anymore.
Well, the Carnival, but even the CAO Brasilia was still good.
That was the one with the green band.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
But
deal.
I used to like a lot of cigars,
I'm a part of the show.
especially
Good
from
deal.
I know things,
That was before he was on the show.
but I know things.
Sorry. I was impressed.
I only remember that because I remember trying to find it for him for Christmas that year that he was like, that was his favorite cigar.
probably the last year I got a Christmas present from you guys.
Wait, what are we getting for Christmas this year? Before I start saying that's not true, I might.
This year,
He
This
got a fire
fire
pit.
pit.
Yeah, you got a fire pit. And
No.
you got a box of cigars.
Listen, box of cigars from you.
From me.
Speaking of boxes,
No.
from BTCG.
That was Christmas.
Okay. So the fire pit was because you guys bought that fire pit and realized
Wrong.
you wanted a different fire pit, just like the
No.
grill. Just like the
No,
grill.
sir.
How that
No.
grill somehow
No.
became my present one year after you guys had it for 2
Man,
years.
you used
and
that
never
grill for
opened it.
13 years. You
Mom,
had a kickstand on that
Mom,
thing,
I'm
holding it
gonna
up.
need you to pull out that violin we heard earlier. Can we hear it? Hear it play in your side.
You do the Howard Gross grip on my cigar.
I've got 2 violins. You want to hear? They're dueling violins, kind of like the.
No, we did not buy that. We bought that fire pit for you before I bought the fire pit for your mama, and then I took that one back and we got that big heavy duty steel fire pit.
Fireborn says had a Man of War Damnation once that was amazing. Bought a box and they just haven't been the same. You know.
Oh, he's on. He missed the reveal.
Dude, you're so awesome.
Okay, reenact it.
You're so awesome. You are
Okay,
so
reenact
awesome.
it. Speaking of, where'd the box go?
Don't.
It's gone.
We're not going.
Dude, this is unbelievable. It is fantastic.
Cry.
I am not going to cry.
Cry.
You gotta, look, he has a tear rolling down the side of it.
Sweat. It's sweat because we've got the shop doors open because Sarah doesn't like cigar smoke. She's not got a refined palate like that in her olfactory system, so we have to vent out as much as possible. But Bubba, this is amazing. You're awesome. You're just thinking awesome. And the stickers are great. I've got the stickers here now. I can put stickers other places. I am beside myself with appreciation.
Do you remember when you and Steven used to do the road trip thing to the Barn Smokers and you guys would put stickers everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
You could do that.
The sticker bandit.
Sticker bandit.
Now we fly.
Sticker bandit strikes again.
Now we fly. We don't stop at gas stations.
Yeah, we stop at enough airport bathrooms, so.
Yeah, you have a baby bladder.
Oh.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I was just talking about this
He
today.
was very appreciative when he opened it up. What are we
Rent
laughing
this space. Steven's forehead.
at? There you go.
Wow.
No, but no, that was a very sweet gift from Brian. A very
Mhm.
sweet gift. The fact that he had known that was a cigar that you love. Maybe he didn't know that was a cigar you love so much, but knowing Brian, I bet Brian remembered hearing that from you. That was a cigar that you did enjoy as much as you do. It's a good look. It makes me prettier. I put it in my beard, but this is a good sticker. It sticks real good. I don't want to lose my beard before the. That's what I've been growing it out for. Usually my beard doesn't get much long. I don't keep it much longer than there.
I still think we should braid the two.
Put little beads in it.
Yeah, and put like.
There's a lot of beard here.
Yeah, but you don't need the whole thing. You just need those front two things.
You could probably buy some rune stones.
No, not like that. No. What stones?
Rune.
Room?
Rune,
R-U-N-E.
R-U-N-E.
Oh.
That's the Viking logo things on the stones.
Well, runes are just like
They're
old
hieroglyphs,
uniform.
basically, yeah. But they would put them in their beards and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think we should get like the little metal things that grip around the edges and like braid it. And
Oh, I think we should put little pink beads
And then,
down those.
remember the wrestler that would walk out and stomp?
Yeah, so I look away for a second. See a new tattoo on Chief's
What
forehead.
if he did beads on his whole beard and when he threw it, go clank, 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 clank. Right?
I'm sure
I mean, I've
Macy's got some I can borrow.
Wait. I got skull beads right here.
Oh,
We could put all- oh, dude, how cool would that be? We could have little skulls hanging off your beard.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be bad. I mean, that would be almost like,
And we could draw,
what's his name on Pirates of the
We
Caribbean?
could draw big like black holes to make it look like you've got
Yeah.
those big gold.
Yeah, we could do that. We could put octopus stuff on his head. What you need? What do you need?
You want the? He wants the beads.
Trying to be.
He wants the beads. All right. There's some big ones in there. Should
All right.
do the big ones.
You guys have the show for a little bit until I need to.
He likes big beads and he cannot lie.
Oh, that's funny.
No other brother could
He's not going to
deny.
be able to do it, though, because the bead
these
holes
beads
are
are so
extremely
When a
small.
man with an itty bitty beard walks in,
I figured these
And a roundish apple face.
Yeah.
Oh, these aren't
I'm
gonna
not
work.
going to get sprung.
Yeah.
These aren't gonna work.
What?
The
They're too
hole
tiny.
for the.
Those are tiny.
Oh, I thought the biggest one had a bigger one. What about the little white ones? The
I'm
little
not
smaller
drilling
ones?
out. I'm not drilling out them beads for a joke. I bought those at a flea market for $5. If I ever see that guy again, I'll buy some more.
You're not doing it. They're sitting in your drawer.
No, I use them in pictures.
Your drawer.
I use them in pictures.
Are we comparing pictures again?
No. I just want to show you my picture.
You guys are doing a terrible job hosting a show.
Oh, yep. Oh, that's because I'm paying attention to Bob's phone.
You're supposed to be paying attention to the show.
Yes, you're right.
Look at that right there.
I don't see anyone posting comments. Is that only because like you haven't posted them up there, or are
No
they
delays.
just
No,
not
they're
making-
coming up.
Okay,
If they're on their own.
I gotcha.
But, no, this is amazing. This tastes delicious.
Yeah, no.
Try
Nope.
it.
Mm-mm. I
So
tried it,
good.
folks. I just can't do
The
it.
leathers, the
It is not
unctuousness,
leather. It is.
and okay, it is when you go into.
It is the. Okay,
I'm
so
talking about flavors. I'm not
yeah,
talking
it
about smell.
tastes like licking the bottom of an
it doesn't.
ashtray.
It does not.
It does.
It does not.
It does.
No, it's like when you go into a leather store or a saddle store and you get that smell, that full smell of that leather, it transfers into a taste. A lot of cigar flavors are the taste of a smell. It's really weird. Like cedar, it doesn't taste like cedar because I've eaten cedar just to see. It
You guys
doesn't
are
taste
missing
like cedar.
comments.
It tastes like cedar smells.
Hold my beard beads and watch this.
That's funny. I like those a lot too. So, and it's sad they are done now. Man, I cannot believe that you sent these to me. I would have hoarded them. And I got to tell you, I just
Star
today,
Wars Fan 77. I've not ever seen Star Wars Fan 77.
I just did the review on the new Wise Man Maduro, and I'm glad that I was right when I said it doesn't taste like the original Wise Man Maduro, because this is the El Wednesday Wise Man Maduro. They have a new one now, which is called the Wise Man Maduro, which is made by another factory, which is different. It's still great. It's a fantastic and phenomenal cigar, but it is not this cigar. This cigar has that leather, but it's a creaminess. There's a cocoa. There's a dark chocolate. There's the crema off espresso rolling around it. Yeah, that little foamy stuff. It's the crema.
Tart.
It
It's
is.
bitter.
There is a slight bitterness to it, but the bitter it makes sense. It really ties in all the flavors, but the flavors just roll over your tongue and fill in all the spots like gravy. You can't get away from the flavor. And the finish, when you have a cigar like this that is so full in flavor.
Yes.
That's why you can't.
Yes.
That's why I can't braid my beard. It's like it just pulls so close up to the.
You need to put weights on it.
Even as long as my beard is, right?
That's why it needs the. You know what? I'm impressed. You can braid.
I can braid.
I am impressed. You can braid.
Freaking millennials.
That is
I've been able to
what's
braid.
up.
I've been able to braid for a long time. I used to braid pine needle straw.
So sassy.
I know. But, I've been watching these videos. There's these two ladies who have been putting out all this Gen X stuff. They are hilarious.
Oh, they are hilarious.
It's not
I've
Gen
seen
X
some of
stuff.
their
It's millennials.
No,
it
they
is
talk about Gen X.
stuff.
They said, yeah, we were left out of everybody's thing, and that's how we want it. And then there's another girl who says, yeah, look, do not awaken the Gen
The
Xers,
Gen Xers.
because you don't understand. They think it's funny to make you cry. And I mean, and it's so true. It is, our parents were the
'Cause we're
opposite of
gonna ask
helicopter
you.
kids.
Are you fixing to cry? Oh.
Poor widow Poposito. Oh, ting ting.
Oh.
Right?
And then my favorite phrase, I don't know if anybody else has ever said this. My key phrase, Steven, you know what it is?
I don't know, but I
Crap
will
in
say
one
this.
hand and
No.
Gen Xers are easy to trigger, so you can say you're not.
Says the.
Says
Well, are you Gen Z?
oh, he's going to try and talk about
Are
the
you
American
millennial?
flag. If he talks about patriotism, yes,
The
we're going to rise
millennials
up.
wish
It's not even that.
that they were close enough to Gen X to be Gen Xers. but they are not.
I'm completely happy with where I am.
You know, Forrest wasn't a Gen Xer, but his wife was Gen A.
It would have been funny if you'd been like, "Have you heard about the Gen Ayers, not the Gen Xers?" Because you said Gen A, not Gen X.
Gen
X
A.
assemble,
And
or as I like to call it,
True.
Wonder Twin Powers activate
Trigger.
in the form of a bucket of water.
It's always got to be water or ice or snow. And then the other guy is a Triceratops megalodon. It's just ridiculous.
A megalodon?
Megalodon.
What the heck is that?
I don't know. I've had some Jefferson's Ocean, and I'm enjoying this Wise Man Maduro. So
Yeah.
it's sitting so next to you.
Cal says
Anyway,
rates
we
are
all know
so
better than
communist.
Oh, it is.
that. Yeah.
So communist. I didn't know Braids held political ideologies. Gen X assemble. Ronald Smith, you got a daughter. You have to know how to braid. I do.
I
I braid Ember's hair all the time.
I saw Ember's hair Monday, and it was like
Amber Stevens' baby girl.
wild. And
Also
she
known
had
as
this
Dragon.
one braid right there.
She's savage.
She is.
She's savage.
Ember does not hold back.
She has the heart of a Gen
I'm
Xer.
going to show you one of my favorite recent pictures
She
of
is-
Ember,
she
and
is
I'm
savage.
relatively sure, Stephen, you sent this to me.
And she will tell you, come here, let me hug you. No. She knows who she is.
I told her the other day, I was talking to her on FaceTime with Shanna, and Shanna was like, well, we're going to go. Ember's got to get a bath. And I said, ooh, you got to wash your stinky butt. And she looked at me and she goes, you do not talk about my butt. I said,
Ember don't
I
play.
do talk about your stinky butt.
Ember don't play games, man.
She
Ember.
don't play. She's
No.
serious. She's serious.
Cal says he's got the French spirit running through him. I got the American Kentucky spirit going through me
Recent. Let me see if I can find it.
in the American Dr. Pepper.
Well, I'm working as Jefferson's Ocean, and this Wise Man Maduro by the supremest tobacconist out there, who I never called Mexican.
Yes, you did.
I
He
did
called,
not.
it was on the phone. I was talking to him on the phone, and I was like, yeah, say hey to Brian. You're like, is that the Mexican?
That is so racist.
I thought it was Joao.
No, you thought it was
Is
Francesca.
Joel Mexican?
No, Joel is American, but is Brazilian heritage.
Brazil.
Luckily, the house is
Come
downhill.
on, where's the picture at? I have too many pictures in my
Cal
phone.
says he polished off the brandy and the cognac. I got to figure out what I want to smoke next.
There it is.
Well, don't ask for Wise Man Maduro.
I'm
All
not.
right, you
I'm gonna
guys
tell you
ready?
that right now.
You guys ready for this?
Can I see the picture first?
No.
It's my daughter. So
It's my granddaughter.
it's my daughter.
Next, I'm going to show the picture of
Okay, that's fine.
I know it's fine.
of Shep on the trampoline.
No.
That's the girl. That's it.
That the Emerloo.
She is so fierce.
And guess who braided
and-
those pigtails?
and
And
she is-
tell you all about yourself.
But she is all girl at the same time.
Triggered Xers.
She's a ballerina
Look, you cannot tell her she's not.
that goes to dance school.
There's Miss Allison.
Do not tell her she's
Hey,
not.
Miss Allison.
Hello. Yeah, no, she swears she goes to dance. Hey, do you let her wear her tap shoes?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, and her little singlet thing.
Aww. That's so cute.
She
does.
tap. Does she tap in the house?
The floor gets tapped.
Yes. The answer. You're welcome.
I don't know if you can call it.
That, by the way, that was a gift to you too.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Stephen has, but it's usually because he didn't have enough fiber in his diet.
Look, I eat oatmeal for breakfast every day. I got plenty of fiber.
Oh, is that when you make that face?
Dad was making a joke.
Oh.
So something cool. Not really. It's actually not cool. It's kind of horrid. Saw my first ever wild dead body last week.
That's crazy.
It's on the way to a farmer's market on Saturday. And
You know,
there's
they
a-
still haven't released
What do
any
you mean a
information
wild
on it.
dead body?
I've
Dead body
I
in
got-
the wild.
I've seen somebody dead in the hospital. I've seen somebody dead at a funeral home. Seen somebody dead at a graveside. I ain't never seen somebody just dead out and about.
In the wild.
Yeah, we were on the way to the farmers market on Saturday, and the same spot where I took those pictures, where we thought the aurora borealis was going to come that night, and I ended up just getting some really cool exposed photos of the night sky on the mountain. We come around the corner, and there's a bunch of cops pulled off to the side of the road, and some tape stretched out. And as we drive by, I look over, and there's a dead body on the side of the road.
They hadn't covered them yet, huh?
No.
Wow.
That
How'd that make you feel?
The thing that made me feel the weirdest about it was that I had my kids in the car, and so I just freaked out and tried to distract them from looking over to that side of the road. Because when I saw it, the first thing I saw was the boots sticking straight up, and I said, "Shanna, that's a dead body." And as the car continued to go more, the body was revealed, and I just made this really loud noise and pointed to the other side of the road, and all the kids, "Whoa, what's going on over there?" and just got on around.
How'd Shanna deal with it?
She was surprised and shocked.
I think I would feel that way too. Is there a part of you that was like, "Oh my God, I saw a dog body"?
Well, the only real emotion I had was, and it was very fast, was I don't want any of my kids to see it, especially Jackson, because he'll have nightmares. Because Jackson has had some weird nightmares about just seeing some random things, and I figured if he probably saw a dead body, but it was a real dead body. It was grotesque. I mean, it was not pretty at all. Seeing a dead body in a casket's one thing. Seeing the life go out of somebody in a hospital is one thing. Seeing it on the side of the road, somebody you don't know, just weird.
And you just like drove by it, and you wonder like, how many people have driven by that thing?
Well, that was the thing, is the first call was at right around 6:30 in the morning when it was reported. When we drove by, it had just hit 10 o'clock, and it was still uncovered.
They usually cover people quick.
I was talking with a cop buddy of mine, and he was saying that basically that was kind of procedure, waiting until the coroner to get there,
not to mess up the scene.
Yeah. So, but they identified him. They didn't say what it was. They had a coroner. They actually did a full examination with the coroner, the county police, and the state police. And then they released the thing on Sunday that said, if you guys know anything about it, we need to know. So that makes me think that it was probably a
foul play,
a dump body. But he's from the area.
They put out a death investigation post on Facebook asking for people who might have some sort of information.
Yeah.
So I know that they're,
but like if it would have been
still an active, like,
yeah, but they're
which lets you know there's foul play.
They had the wake tonight, and I think they're burying him on Saturday. So, but yeah, really sad. Just there wasn't a lot of him. Like, I don't think he had a Facebook, and there wasn't a lot of information on him. So it kind of feels bad. Like
maybe he wasn't. He's from the
He's
area,
from Landrum,
yeah.
but Landrum's middle of nowhere. It's right at the bottom of the North Carolina border.
Yeah.
It's the last stop in South Carolina before you cross in. So kind of sad. And again, just my biggest thing was I didn't want my kids to see it. So I processed it a little differently in real time, real fast. But yeah, it was weird. Didn't expect to see a dead body on the way to the flea or the farmer's market. Yeah. The farmer's market in Landrum was awesome. Really enjoyed that.
I love their new building.
Really nice. All indoors.
Yeah.
And this week they're having an actual craft fair in the field right next to it, but I'm going to be thrown in the Highland game, so I won't be able to go. Tim Winter says hello, all. Hello, Tim Winter.
Hey.
By the way.
South of Double-Water.
Let's see. Cal says also Gen X. Sorta, I am part of the lost gen that is between Gen X and Millennial. Fireborn, my brother said once that Gen X, we adapt to technology like a millennial, but get to complain about it like a boomer. If that ain't the truth, Tim is enjoying a DTT cigar with a coffee and Irish cream. Which DTT cigar have you got rolling? Speaking of a cigar, I need to light up another one. So I'm actually going to light up a beautiful, wonderful, magical, special.
Look, you ain't gonna smoke anything as good as this Wise Man Maduro is. I am just
Cinco de Cinco. I love this cigars.
Coffee with some.
You're welcome. I blended that.
Yeah, whatever. You had a Connecticut wrapper.
What's that?
Connecticut shade wrapper at
The
that.
Buffalo Trace bourbon cream. Oh.
But right now,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
with Cal.
'cause
Which
Tim
Dumbarton
is
Tobacco and
enjoying
Trust
the
cigar are you
GTG
smoking?
cigar with some coffee and ice cream.
There's a ton to choose from. You could go all the way down to the Umbagog, go all the way up to Sin Compromiso. Ooh, he's got the Stillwell
Go to the
Star
Unicorn, too.
number 1.
That unicorn.
I just found. I don't know how I lost it, but I just found my my Brulee Blue Unicorn. I smoked the Sakakon one.
That really blue unicorn is amazing.
You know, if I was going to do a cigar list, I think it would be fun to do names of cigars that are the funnest to say.
A lot of them are Spanish.
And the El Wawense would be one of them.
Fair.
Wawense.
There's a
The Senator.
Senator.
Now, fun words to say?
Senator. Senejer.
Senter.
No,
TJR.
there's another one that you guys
Or
say.
SENEJ.
That's, hey, everybody watching. If you were going to do a list of fun cigar names to say, what would be your top 5?
Brian with the Yumbagog.
Your top 5 fun cigar names to say.
I don't know, because now I'm gonna have to. Because like, there's some weird ones. Like you could go down to Bunny's Blends, and you could go like Prison Wallet.
Right.
You know what a Prison Wallet is, Mom?
No. Should I?
In
Ew!
prison,
Ew!
Cal says Polpetta.
There's one of those.
No. What?
The Tricky
Nope.
Traka.
It's a $50
We're not
cigar.
saying that.
The
either.
Tricky Traka.
I'm saying the funnest names, like names that you can actually like have fun saying. In mixed company, you wouldn't mind saying it in front of your mama.
The Brian says the Prison Wallet was a fantastic smoke. Little hints of manure.
What maneuver? What's the one
Tricky,
from
Tricky.
Skip?
That would be fun to say. Tricky.
Which one?
That's like-
Cro-Magnon?
The new, not Cro-Magnon, the funky
Baca.
name. No,
What was the wise man one?
not the
The
Aquitaine.
Volstead?
No, it had a funky name. It had a
The
long name. Quinquam.
Oh yeah, Quinn Quinquagenario.
Yeah.
Which one?
That's
which one
not
is that?
that's not any racially profiled anything. I just can't remember the word. I just know it had a lot of quinquings on it.
Bach was cool.
Bach was
Bakwa.
Baca.
Bakwa. No, Bakwa from Drew Estate
Bakwa.
International. Baca from Rumcraft.
Ooh, Wagashi.
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 Which is South Carolina for Wagashi show is good. I was at the I did
By the
that
way,
in the review.
before I forget, did you see that Zev Kamenetsky is now working for Quality Importers?
Well,
Speaking of cool names,
the Phantom.
working for Quality Importers.
But I was at the
Wagashi.
I did the Wagashi. Wagashi's so darn good. And one of the reps for Drew Estate or for Dumbarton was there at the place, and he goes, "Wagashi, sure is good to see you." And I said, "I'll be doggone, you watched my video." It was hilarious. I've never met the guy.
The Cerberus
That's
is kind of cool name.
Service is cool.
For a cigar.
Cerberus.
The
Jacob's
War
Ladder.
Witch.
That's like
House Stanny.
Yeah, well, that's a whole.
fun
That's a whole
names to
company.
say. Like funny. Like
There's not a lot of like serious ones that are out there that are funny to say.
Wawense. Well, fun to say. That you could do just like the Wawense. Wagashi. Wagashi sure is.
The Meshugina from Dojo.
Ooh. Mashugina. See, I put all those.
There's a size in the.
All right, so what's the most ridiculous cigar name you've ever heard? Where'd it go? It disappeared. Really?
Prison Wallet.
Why would someone want to call?
Actually, there's a new one.
cigar
There's
the
a new one
prison
from Room
wallet
101 called
when
the Red
that's
Rocket.
what that is. That's like, hey, let's
The
suck
Teeny
butt.
Peeny,
The Red Rocket.
the
from,
Pissed Off Christoph,
Pissed Off Christoph.
Big Spoon, Little Spoon, All My Exes, Morning Wood.
What you doing over
I bet that's a big old cigar.
What you got over there?
Hey, Stephen, what you got over there?
Sticks and Stones.
Cinco de Cinco.
Oh, Lord. The top 25 offensive cigar names.
Dan Burns wants to know what is the triggered extras all about.
I know, right?
That's what
Why?
they-
Why
that's what they
are
are.
you trying to like throw more shade?
They're triggered.
It's because
Because they're
he's
triggered.
sad. He's been sad tonight.
Fireborn
Dan,
says the
he's
Woody.
been sad because he lost his show.
I didn't lose nothing.
Who's triggered now?
Look, I ain't no
Uncle
trigger.
Larry.
What I can do is this: is I can do that solo layout, and then I can come over here to my microphone, and I can select y'all's microphone and mute it, and then.
Do
go on
you honestly think I would not get up and walk over there and stand behind you?
I don't have to get up and go over there. I can just talk loud.
Bob is
I don't know
two
that you
glasses
could actually
in.
get up and walk over there right now.
Maybe.
We could put
Cocaine
some-
in the White House by Dissident.
It's
Is that real?
probably.
Tim Winter says he could never say he was smoking the Red Rocket. That's the new Room 101 stick with a dog riding a rocket.
Oh, and that's supposed to be dog doo-doo, right?
No.
Oh. Oh, my bad.
It's a
Never mind. Family friendly.
wiener.
It's the teeny peeny.
Little pink missile.
Ugh. Like, okay, when when people put those names out there, like, how are you gonna walk up and be like,
Well,
Look,
you've gotta know
look.
Matt Booth.
There's a group in
yes, Dan, it really is the triggered millennial.
there's
over
a
there.
group in the cigar community that will lean towards the sexual side, they'll lean towards the inappropriate side, lean towards the funny side. There's a market for that.
There is.
As well as there's a market for the $5 bundle cigar, $3 bundle cigar, compared to a $300 Davidoff.
This is
Oro.
how you know when you've triggered
It
the extras.
goes- it
is when
goes
they start
through-
trying to find ways to
It goes through everything.
deflect.
So there's something for everybody.
We really teeny peenies. Yes. I'm talking about
Oh.
All I know is my peenie made 6'5", well 6'3".
this is family friendly. The crybaby over there is having a hard time.
And he is a crybaby. You think with that beard he'd be masculine?
Yeah.
What's funny is like there's only an 18-year difference between Steven and I. And yet
Speaking of 18, there's 18 people watching. They're all on YouTube.
Catch
Do you want
me
to
on.
say a big thanks to Eric Order,
Hey,
Chad
YouTube.
Carpentier, Matt Berger, Ronald Smith, Charles Adams, and Michael Zakovic for hitting the like button on Facebook, and Rick Carroll and myself for hitting the love button on Facebook.
Even see, this is testament to this wise man Maduro. Even though we've got safe spacers over there, and we've got all this conversation, this cigar still shines through the flavors and the friendship, the bond of friendship that this cigar represents, and the gift of the blessing of the call to action by the First Lady. It's just amazing.
it's too late.
It is. I'm trying.
It's
I
too
am
late.
trying. But did I mention that you gave me this bracelet?
It's too late.
This nice William Henry bracelet
Yeah.
with the skulls on it, right?
Yeah.
And
Let
then
me validate you guys.
there's the other one right there. Look at
We don't need validation.
Man, I'll tell
So
you what.
you
Every
lie.
time,
Crying
know.
over there. It's
on,
all right.
on my
I'll
days
cut the
off,
cake.
unless I'm working in the shop because I don't want to mess them up, I rock these things all the time, and I've learned that if you twist them around each other a couple times, they don't slide down your wrist so far because they'll slide down way down on my wrist, and this way it stays up nice and high for the photos and the shoot. And I love them.
There you go. Just bend your wrist a little more there, Bob.
Fireborn is on your side.
It's never too late to suck up.
It's my birthday come up.
How old you gonna be?
58.
58.
58.
You think wisdom comes at 6'3", but I guess it ain't got there yet. I'm fine to be 54. By the way, we still need to talk about if we're going to do a big 10-year Bob the Cigar Guy anniversary / Bob the Cigar Guy 55-year birthday next year. We need to start planning for that if we're
What's
going to
it,
do
10
that.
years about the cigar?
Yeah, it's 10 years.
Are you sure?
I believe so.
I don't know about that.
You believe so?
I believe so. It's close enough. It
I don't
fits.
think it's. I mean, I could be wrong.
Stephen feels that way about being a Gen
20
Xer. It's
well,
close
no,
enough.
because PC or Save the Leaf was 2016, so it was 2016. So it'll be a year different. It'll be 9 years.
Everybody's guessing how old you're going to be.
Next year will be 9 years.
Yeah, actually, it'll be 9 years. Which I was talking about 55. So, oh, I'm a
Which
day
means-
over 21. That's for dang sure. That's and I look at.
Wisdom comes with age, but sometimes age comes alone.
Absolutely. All by myself.
Over there. I always said,
What you always say?
well, I was trying to decide whether I should say it out loud.
Oh, don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
So my question is what cigar should I take with me to the Highland game?
Savage Feast.
Yeah, no. Oh, I would not compete well.
Savage
Choking on a
Feast.
Savage Feast.
I smoked 12 Savage Feast in a day. You
Okay,
can do
yeah,
one.
without physically exerting yourself.
Don't put it in your mouth while you're throwing the freaking weights, son.
I could smoke a Savage Feast once I'm done.
You know, if you're going for the look,
Got some resonators.
The Shamrock.
Huh? Actually,
Shamrock.
I didn't bring it with me in here.
That would be a good one because it's got that
Actually,
Candela.
yeah, they're in here. They're on back.
It's got that Candela wrapper.
Dude, the
That barber
Shamrock
pole.
or the
Black, whatever.
Black Market.
Yeah. It's a barber pole, basically St. Patrick's. That's right there. So it's green Candela and it's a brown.
Actually,
Maduro.
one of my favorite cigars that has Candela into it.
It's good stuff. But they only
I'm
come
not a
out
big-
at St. Patrick's Day.
I'm not a big Candela fan. Yeah, but St. Patrick's Day is Irish. Not Scottish.
It still kind of fits. Do you have any of the Miami Cigar Company, the ones with all the different little stripes of different wrappers?
No.
Like a braid almost? Because that would be a kind of a tartan kind of thing.
Gary, you ain't wrong.
Tim said a factory smoke. Not a bad idea. The cigar you got to pay attention to.
I do a plush.
I don't know. I thought about a cigar that smells really good like that, like blush or
Leather Rose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of
you
the.
should smoke
But then you got
something that
people
is
coming up to you
pleasing
like,
for
"Oh
other
man, that
people
thing
that are
smells
around
good.
you.
What is that?" No, I'm not getting the commission selling cigar.
No,
Dude, you
but
oughta
you should
bring-
say, hey,
You got to bring a handful of cigars and say, hey, while you're here, go check out the Bob Cigar Guy YouTube page and subscribe.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, just get a screen printed shirt that says on the back of it, "Subscribe to my YouTube channel."
Chief of the sheep.
That's
Ooh.
funny.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's funny. It's not bad.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
But I'm not doing it. So.
You need one of them shirts with the guy on the caber on the front that says I toss with the iPad font.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, they had them a couple years,
You
5
need
years ago.
seriously, you need to do Chief of the Sheep.
No, because I'm not going to become a full-time Highland Game store.
You never know. It's
I-
something you enjoy.
I do enjoy it. That's a lot of travel. I don't get paid to travel. Now, I could get onto the professional circuit and start making money.
The Bob the Cigar Guy
You
channel
I'm
pays
too
you
old.
travel.
You gonna let me
I'm too
use
old to
that
get on
camera
that.
Saturday?
The Bob the Cigar Guy channel
You
pays
can
travel.
You can happily take this camera if you want.
You gonna
Yeah,
take
make
tripod?
sure it's charged, and I'll take pictures.
You
of
gonna
it.
take
That's on
tripod?
him. He's got all the batteries for that.
You gonna take tripod?
I thought about taking the tripod and my camera just so.
Do you want to take mine because it's already got the
No, I'll probably
The
just take
rig
this
on
one again. Probably just
well, it's
take
got the rig on it.
what rig?
The
For the phone?
that thing.
No, I'm not gonna take my phone.
You're gonna take your
I
good
got,
camera?
I got a $3,000 camera.
Yeah, it's a $3,000 camera.
I'm not gonna throw at it. I'm not gonna put it out in the field and throw to it.
Oh, Fireborn says take one of the cabers and put it on a shirt that says "Hold my stick."
That's funny. Or smoking a caber.
Ooh,
They
that's a
actually,
good
I
one.
saw today or yesterday on the Facebook page for Galabray.
Chief of the sheep.
They
Smoking it.
they wood burned in the Galabray logo and name on the cavers. Kind of cool.
I hope they don't break this year.
I'm gonna take my camera and the tripod, and even if I smoke cigar like right before it, because I'm gonna get there pretty early, and I know where the sun rises in the field, so I might try to take a cool picture of me and my kilt smoke cigar.
I tell you what, the best moment of the Highland Games at Furman
it's when it's over.
is when you get there early, because we always got there early, and you'd walk out on the field, the athletic field, and you can't go out there if you're not an athlete. You can't just be somebody walking out there. And you go out there and you've got your kilt on, and that breeze just comes down, and it's quiet.
I'll be
and
wearing
it's
Catches you
still.
under the kilt.
I'll be
It
wearing
does,
shorts.
and it is your knees just bend down about 3-4 inches, and you're just one with the grass. It's just, oh my gosh.
I'll be
it's
wearing
You
shorts.
sound like a millennial.
I'm telling you, it's amazing. It is amazing. Well, you're preparing for battle. Millennials don't go to battle. You just enjoy that moment of silence and solitude. You're firing up a cigar and smoking it while you're doing that. That would be a moment. That would be a moment.
It's too bad you're not throwing.
I will have my
Might throw next year.
I will have my camera.
So,
And I think Shannon wants to try to take video with it while I'm throwing around and doing some stuff.
she know how to use the camera.
I'll basically just set it up for her so she can just go. But that's one of the things that I can put it in auto mode, the whole entire thing. Autofocus, auto ISO, auto mode, and put it in video and just have her run around with it. So
Speaking of that, I need to give a shameless plug. I have started making cigar rests out of Eisenhower dollars. Kind of cool. It's got a patriotic vibe to it. It's an actual Eisenhower dollar. You can see Eisenhower's head in there, and it says Liberty and stuff. But it's just something I'm kind of playing with. I got into making coin rings and stuff, and I don't have all the equipment to turn them into rings, but I wanted to kind of let the grandkids learn how to do some stuff, give them some trades and some skills, and Chief and Shannon Jade and Caitlin Grace and First Lady's actually started making stuff as well. So
Dan Burns says, love the Highlander events that happen around here, but I don't have a kilt yet. Want one. If you have a big enough,
sportkilt.com.
if you have a big enough event, you can buy the kilt at the event. But if you
Oh,
They're
they're
a little
expensive.
pricey. They're
If you-
pricey at the event.
if you want a throwing kilt, you can go to sportkilt.com, and those are just conventional Velcro kits. If we go to the parade tomorrow, if I get invited to walk in the parade, and if I choose to walk in the parade, I'll probably wear my wedding kilt.
It's nice looking.
There's a guy every year.
Yeah, it's nice looking. It's a $550
It's
kilt.
nice looking.
There's a guy
And that was
every
in
year.
2015.
Ooh,
There's
is Shanna watching?
there's a guy every year that goes to the Galabray thing. It's the Furman Highland
I
Games.
don't shoot on auto, by the way.
And he goes to the parades, and he carries a big broadsword, and he puts his face up like Braveheart, and
William
he
Wallace.
wears his long
He
hair
gets paid to do that,
and
by
all
the way.
this other
I
stuff.
think so.
But it's hilarious because he walks in the front of the parade in the processional in the beginning, and all the athletes are behind him. And the athletes are a lot of firemen, a lot of cops, a lot of veterans, a lot of
Photographers.
just grumpy people, photographers. I mean, it's
Grumpy
the,
people.
it's the rough crowd. It is. We are the rough crowd. They are the rough crowd. And they'll tell that guy, say, hey, why don't you come throw some capers with us? Hey, why don't you throw? And he doesn't say anything. Well, he looks pretty, but he won't pick up nothing for nothing.
I know.
Which
I'm
is
trying to
kinda
get fun
fun.
with him every year because he doesn't actually grow his hair out. He wears a wig. And it's not even
Really?
like a great wig.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Fireborn says my mom actually knit our family tartan into blankets for
That's
the
cool.
family one year.
How neat.
That's cool.
Um,
Now you almost didn't have your kilt for your wedding because, come to find out, the real kilts, those people take 3-4 months off every year. Remember that?
But it takes like 3-4 months to make them.
Well,
No, but they
and
actually
then you have to import it.
they actually shut the plant down for 3-4 months. I guess it's the weather or whatever, but you know more than that about that than I do, Chief.
that's actual Highland sheep wool and made in the Highlands and shipped over. I bought that $560. It's a very, very expensive kilt, and it doesn't get touched.
Have you
very
tried
often.
it on?
How long you been married?
9 years.
So
you
that's
tried it
only That's only $60 a year. That's not bad.
Have I tried it on lately? No. But I have a thinner waist now than when I got married.
You think?
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm in.
You might
look,
need to buy some safety pins.
Look, I am still 309 pounds, but I have lost 49.
309 pounds?
Mhm. I'm 6'5", so it
Well, I
carries.
know, but I wouldn't expect that.
But no, I'm down 49 pounds. I'm down 3.5 ish sizes in my waist. So
You're doing
You
hard
mean
work.
like from 36 to 30, or 3 inches?
From a 34 or from a 44 down to a 40.
You've done a lot of hard work.
That's him right there.
I know.
You're smaller than that.
Yep. More facial hair, different hair.
Look, that my baby.
Got that shark fin on his head.
That my baby.
Yep.
I'm so glad that, when you were a kid, you had the Justin Bieber hair, which looked like a cow had got behind you, blowing your hair forward. And then you went to the shark fin, and now you've got nice,
The
manageable
Bieber
hair.
fin.
God no, Charles Adams said no. I don't even know where that Ardbeg is anymore.
Up there.
Oh, is
Way up there.
It's way back in the back.
You ought to take that Tullamore Dew.
I'll tell you this. That's
Hey, you ought to
Irish.
take that Tullamore Dew
It's
with you.
Irish. If I get first place, Charles Adamson, I will next Chief Talk. If I win first place, I will drink a full, well, not a full, but I'll
Drink of the blood of the new.
I'll drink Ardbeg.
A dram. Now,
What's
Your bee-
really
are
good
you
though
bees this
is
year?
Mm-hmm.
your bees. Okay, so
Yeah, I
just
threw-
let you
so
know.
you're not pros.
there
Well,
is-
he did send out an email that said he would be rearranging some people, so I might get thrown into A's.
There's B's, there's A's, and there's pros. Okay, pros are people that do
There
it
are
for
no
a
pros
living.
this year.
Okay, well, there's a classification called pros, and they're the people that do it basically for a living. They travel the circuit. Then there's A's, who are people who are they're really good at it. They've done it for a long time, and they have a lot of skills. And then you have your B's, which are anybody that just wants to try it, up to the people that get to A's. You got a lot of great people in B's, and then you've got the senior class, which is sometimes the senior class is better than the A class. I mean, them old men are pretty stout. So senior class is harder than the B class.
Texas doors. The seniors throw lighter weights, smaller cablers.
Throw lighter weights, but the caber's not a smaller caber.
Yeah, it is.
It's full. We threw full size caber because we couldn't throw the girls' caber. There's a girls' class.
But y'all throw the girls' weights.
And some of the girls are amazing, and some of the girls just want to go out there and wear a very, very tiny kilt and look all cute.
I'm wearing boots for the first time this year.
Boots?
Yeah.
Boots?
I'm going to wear my tactical boots.
Oh,
Because,
I hope the grass isn't wet.
well, it's got a lot of grip on.
Take a pair just in case you need to change them.
I'm bringing my gym sneakers just in case my glide and my spin require
More.
for footwear.
More slide.
But yeah, I'll be wearing my boots. I got to go find a pair of socks.
I've got some wool socks.
No, I don't want wool
I've
socks.
Dad has
I've
wool
got some
socks.
green kilt socks somewhere. I don't know where they are. I have to look for them.
They're probably not.
They're probably up in the top of the closet.
I thought about wearing baseball socks. Like Academy, Dick's Sporting Goods, they all have them. So
You can buy them when you're there too, or you can buy little tabs that go on the socks.
yeah.
Do you have a pen?
No, I don't have anything.
I have a pen.
Farquharson.
You want a pen?
No.
I've got the pen with the sword.
No. Now, if the vendors are still open once the games are over, I think
Oh, I
I
need
might
a
want to
pen.
try to walk around and look at what the vendors are selling.
I like the Bubba kilts.
My thing is I don't know if I'm gonna wear a regular shirt like this, or if I'm gonna cut the Galabray shirt low
Again,
so that I can have full range of arm control.
here's the thing: if you cut the Galabray shirt, then you don't get to wear it out and about.
Yeah, but I never really wear those shirts out and about. I've got a bunch of them. I threw for a lot of years in a row.
Are they not having pros
I've-
because they've changed the athletic
I don't
director?
know. I threw 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I threw 7 years.
And you were killing
8
it.
years.
I'm going to be the first one to admit.
Weren't you on the
You were
verge of
catching
like them making you go
A's.
to the
Well,
pros
yeah,
or
because
something?
because I placed second place in 2019.
Yeah.
I was going to make myself go to A's.
He did.
And I threw A's in Charleston.
Steven's probably got 20
No.
medals.
No, I got more than that.
Yeah, he's got a ton of medals. I mean, he medals most
I've got-
events.
I've only thrown at Furman, and I've thrown one time in Charleston. In Charleston, I had to throw in A's because
Did you not throw in Virginia?
everybody had to throw A's in Charleston, and they had a cutoff. It was
You didn't throw in Virginia.
26 people showed up to throw, and they cut it to the top 14, and I made the 13, so I got to throw the whole game.
You had a chance to go to Grandfather Mountain, but because I was having surgery, you opted out of not going. I felt bad about that.
Now, when you say traditional kilt, are you talking about like an actual Scottish wool kilt, or are you talking about the 8-yard kilt where you wrap it around and then you throw it over your shoulder and it goes down your back and all that stuff? No haggis. They have it there, but no haggis. Even if I
don't think that haggis is real haggis.
The tactic kilts are fun. I'm not one for the tactic kilt just because I wouldn't use the pockets on the tactic kilt at all because they've got like the cargo pockets on the side of them. But I'm a fan of my sport. I've got 2 sport kilts, and neither of them are my family tartan. One of them's very close, but they don't. When I last bought my kilt, they didn't have sport kilt in the
we're
Farquharson.
the Mutt family.
Well, kind of. It's kind of a catch-all.
Everybody is Scottish, and if you're Scottish, you're
I'm sure if
Farquharson.
we actually did like full-on genealogical tracing, we could narrow it down to
But your
actual
family's
clan, like a
Ferguson.
real one.
Which is that Farquharson or is that Ferguson's his own clan?
I think the Ferguson is the Fergus.
Ferguson.
No, I don't think so.
I do know that we went to Virginia. I guess you didn't throw in Virginia.
Haggis with the kilt, be a man. I'm a man.
We went to Virginia,
I don't identify as anything else.
and it was in
Diana Burns, good evening. What clan are you associated with? The Farquharson clan. Fidet et Fortituné.
we were in Virginia, and it was a little like an old log cabin kind of plantation kind of place.
I was still a kid
And-
when you threw that.
That guy, everybody started pulling out Scotch and Guinness, and they were drinking between every event. It was the biggest raucous party that I've ever been to. And there was a guy who had a Tasmanian devil on his arm. Remember that guy? He's a big old beefy boy, chubby as all get out, but he was huge. And he threw the weight up over 56 pounds up over his head, big chunk of steel on a chain, and it landed on his shoulder and bounced off. And he kept playing. I was like, that boy's bad.
See, Diana, the problem is Stephen and his dad, they always go off of dad's lineage.
Everybody does.
As it should
The-
be.
Yes, but when you talk about the Irish and the Scottish, like that, my family, which would also be legit, it is Clan Ferguson.
Yeah, but we wouldn't be in that clan.
It's not the catch-all mutt-all clan.
Yeah, but we still would be in the. I mean, we're Finley, so we'd be Irish.
Maybe
Just
my
saying,
sport kilt
Scottish
is
and Irish
Farquharson.
right here, and then we
I
would
have
be
to-
Ferguson.
Fair, I guess.
Aberdeenshire.
Who did fight in the battle at Culloden,
And there's.
which was a very important battle.
Oh, you just researched it. I was like, you know that off the top of your head?
I
No,
know
she
things.
researched it.
I know
She
things.
Googled it. But I do know there is.
See, that's what a Gen Xer does. They just do it and they figure it out and they like
there is
tell
the
you like you know it.
the parade kilt, and there is the hunting kilt, which had muted colors because you were hunting. And then there was the one that you wore with your family and events. And, you know, the women have the big sash that goes over their shoulder with all the other stuff. I mean, some of those ladies dress up to the nines, and they have, I mean, if you've never been to a Highland game, it's not just watching people throw big things. We have a sheepdog class. They have axe throwing. They have all the different clans set up their tents, and they will tell you about their families and their clan. And if they like you, they'll reach up on the table, they'll pull out a bottle of scotch, and you'll do shots with them. And boy, I'll tell you what, that'll get you tore up fast. But they have all their history and all their lineage, and then you go see all the vendors, and they have lots of history and lineage. It's really, really interesting to see. I mean, these people, the Highland people, they were up in the Rocky Mountain crevasses, and it was hard living. It was rough living, and they were hillbillies from another country, and so they really are proud of their lineage. They are really proud of their freedom, their independence, and they were just tough. The Highland Games started basically as a bunch of farmers throwing rocks and phone poles in the air, and the reason they threw the rocks, I think it's called 5 stone. They would weigh grain by stones and the different stones. And so after a while, the guys would see who could throw the stone the highest or the farthest. And then they say, well, that's not strong enough. We'll do 5 stones. And so they would have the 5 stones on a rock or a stone that was weighted to be 5 stones on their whatever their weight scale is. And they would throw it. I mean, it's just a bunch of fellers getting together and just being guys doing dude things. And Steven's in a competition. He's going to be competing to be the best, but the friendship, the camaraderie, if you're not doing a great job and there's somebody who's better, he's going to say, look, if you'll just turn your hand just a little bit, or if when you pull and when you throw that weight over your head, instead of throwing it out in front of you, pull it straight up to your chin and throw it up. I mean, they want you to be the best that you can be as well. The relationships between those guys is amazing. It's really neat to sit at the tent and just listen to these guys. Now, there are some, just like the cigar lifestyle, there are some guys who are just turds. They're just jerks and they're just out for themselves. But the majority of the people, it's just an awesome place to hang out. A lot of law enforcement, a lot of first responders and fire department, a lot of veterans. I mean, it's just a really good time to hang out. And people pay money to watch you throw heavy things. It's amazing. They pay $20, $10, or whatever to come in and see you do that.
It's $20 per adult.
It's really cool. So I'm sad that I'm going to miss it. I have to walk, or I have to work. I have to work, and hopefully, if we get off early, I'll get to go out there and at least see the end and the awards and see Steven get all the medals and all the swords, and he's going to give them all to me. Which I'll take graciously and hang on the wall.
Why not?
Well, I mean, he got a national championship ring because of me, so that's really my ring. If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be there.
Yeah, that ring,
You're welcome.
is gone.
Pretty surely. I get credit again.
My dad's side of the family is Scottish-Irish. Evening, BTCG in chief. Stopped in for a minute. Glad you stopped in. Strut
Strut. That's all right.
Strut.
They did games
Strut,
too because
right,
the
you're
Redcoats had a lot of weapons for the Scots. The Scottish community is very welcoming. I haven't been to one in a while. My McFarlane clan evidently got kicked out of Scotland, according to our family history.
Ooh.
My granny on my daddy's side was mostly Irish. Ours is a festival. And then the one your dad is smoking. Oh, maybe he's behind a little bit for what cigar should I smoke. Yeah, let me take one of those wise men off you.
What? No.
No.
These are not the cigars you're looking for.
No, I think I might take an H99 out there.
Yeah, that's a good smoke.
That's a nice smoke.
You'd take the big one, though, wouldn't you?
If we had Robustas, I'd take those. I don't think we have Robustas anymore.
We got a couple boxes.
I think they're all Toros, and then the
Ancho Largo, which is not my favorite.
Not mine either.
I would have liked that one more, but it just, I don't know. It's just not the same.
Is it supposed to rain?
Tomorrow. 35% chance.
But not Saturday?
No.
It's supposed to be hot, right?
Cloudy.
Saturday
now it
is
says it's changed it because I think it was like a high of 84.
partly sunny, high of 86.
I'll just take my shorts off on my kilt if it gets too bad.
There you
Yeah,
go.
high of 84.
Don't trip on the trig.
So
There was a feller one year, big old boy. God, he was huge, and he was a college
I
kid.
know, Miss Diana.
And he was just wanting to come try. I said, "Come try. I got a kilt for you." Gave him the kilt. Went into the porta john to change. Fella came out, and he gets up on the trig, which is where you're throwing the weight for distance and the stone for distance. And he's a college guy, so he's spinning around like shot put people. And he ends up going a little too far, loses a little balance, trips over the trig. Now remember, there's crowds on both sides, so they're watching him. They're within 15 feet of him, and he goes butt over tea kettle. And he didn't understand that he's supposed to wear shorts. He was nothing but a kilt, and all his glory went to the crowd. So
You were there?
I was there. It was at Furman.
I don't remember that.
His first year.
Lord to be.
And he that, and there was a boy that competed with Steven. He was in a different group than I was in. And that boy, we called him Baby Huey. He was probably 7 feet tall, Steven?
And he was probably 6'8".
He was huge. He was narrow in the shoulders but wide in the belly. And that boy was he looked like an ogre.
Yeah. So to be fully transparent, like
Steven beat him with technique.
I really have zero excuse not to place top 3 at the moment.
Other
now,
than the fact that you haven't
I don't know who I'm throwing against.
done it in a while.
Unless a dark horse shows up, right?
I don't know who I'm throwing against. So that could always
Flip the
impact
script.
it. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty willing to say that I think I'm the strongest right now that I've ever been during a Highland Games competition. I have specifically trained to throw heavy. Plus, my technique is still it's like riding a bike. You don't really forget it.
Well, you've always been gravy in the shot put, and so the stone, because
I wish you could be my athletic supporter too.
three of the events is throwing the stone for distance like a shot put, and then throwing the weight. There's a 26-pound, 28-pound weight, and a 56-pound weight for distance.
Well, there's the heavyweight for distance, the lightweight for distance,
Which
the open stone, the heavy hammer, the weight
open,
over bar,
the open stone, the
caber.
The lightweight and the heavyweight. All of those are shot put things. And in high school, you were on track and field, and that was
Just got a haircut.
that was your skill set, and you would set up to shoot. And I mean, people would watch you and like, oh, that boy's been to college to do that, because you had the
I learned how to throw shot put in high school. Because
Are you wrapping your knees?
No.
I mean, pushing stuff. Yes, you have to have mass behind you to push those stones, but technique goes a long way in some of those events.
The only event I really have to worry about my knees is the heavyweight for distance, and as I'm warming
And
up
a hammer.
And the hammer.
Nah, you just twist with that. That's. I'm not really worried about that motion with my knees. So the heavyweight for distance, if they allow us to do some test throws outside of the trig, I'm gonna see how it feels, because I've not done that, because I don't have a flat enough spot in the backyard to be able to do that and throw the weight.
Do you have the weight in the house?
Hmm?
You took it to the house?
I have a bunch of divots in the side yard. But that's a 68-pound weight, so I don't throw it a bunch because I really don't want to mess
68.
up. 68. Yeah, you made it heavier on purpose.
This sucker's heavy.
I think a lot of it's weld.
But if I feel my knee is good with it, I'll spin with it if I can get a throw. But fortunately, a lot of guys, especially in the Bs, don't do a lot of spinning with it, and if they do spin, they scratch or they don't go far. So I might end up just trying to chuck it out as far as I can if I don't feel comfortable on my knee with it. The lightweight for distance, it's so light, it really just feels like you're spinning around.
See, I would
Do
always
you know anyone that's competing?
No.
Sorry.
I'd always Braemar, which means you just stand at the bar at the front and you just lean back and you sling it, you heave it, and that's us guys that can't spin around. We say, well, that's what men do, is they sling that thing. The reality is, if I get to spinning around with that much weight around
I don't
me,
spin with the stone.
I'm gonna fall on my
I
behind.
kick slide with the stone.
Yeah, you do kick slide with a stone, and I can't do that either. I just stand there and sling it, and I get some distance, but You get somebody that's got some mass, like Steven, that's got some mass, and then he has a technical ability. I can't keep up with that.
That's all it is. Honestly, it's the technical ability. If you
That's a lot.
If you can get your arm out parallel from your chest and that weight parallel with your hand,
And when you let go pointing towards the front.
you want to let it go out as
Yeah.
straight as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's as far as it's going to
Remember
go.
the year you threw the hammer into the fence?
I did. I almost killed that guy.
I bought some
oh my God, that was scary. That's
pine
frustrating.
resin for baseball players to stick.
Did
Oh,
you
did you?
really?
Yeah, I bought that for the hammer.
You gonna wear a glove?
Mhm.
You're not gonna wear a glove.
No, I'll tape my 2 middle fingers for the weight over bar, and then I might tape on the flats of my fingers for the stone.
You gonna tuck your other hand like you usually do?
No, that's dad.
For weight over bar.
I thought you tucked for weight
Yeah,
over
you
bar.
tough for weight over bar.
No, I don't tuck.
You rested on your leg.
I push off my leg.
Makes you shorter.
I bring my kilt up and put it on my thigh.
Right.
Well, it gives you more power because you're pressing against something that's stable to the ground. Thank you, Miss Diana Burns. I appreciate that.
I might go next year. I've been thinking about it because my shoulder's getting better, and Steven joined in this year, and I've been thinking about doing it. Steven and I won't compete head to head because he's not a senior. So, but the
Well,
seniors,
that's a good thing. 'Cause
them boys are bad fellers. Them boys been doing it for a while, and they good. But I bet I can still turn a foam ball.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how, like, is it like riding a bike? Is it like, because you get 3 attempts at each event.
Well, no. You get 3.
Well, 3
So
marks.
so you get 3 attempts with the stone. You get 3 attempts with the heavyweight for distance, lightweight for distance, the hammer, and the caber. But sheaf is 3 attempts at each height.
At each
the
height.
same with weight over bar.
Right.
3 attempts at each height. So you can end up throwing 15 times.
Right.
No, I'm gonna be done in 3 on the sheaf.
That's
So
why
I think it'll be interesting to see you get back to it and see how much it, like, that muscle memory comes back, because
What
muscle
I'll do-
memory's a thing.
Well, Steven's a national athlete, though.
what I'm gonna do with if they allow it, because sometimes they allow it, sometimes they don't. They'll let you come in at whatever point you want, and
Oh, right.
that so like if
and
I
you
want
have
to wait,
make it.
if I want to wait,
Till 15.
until 13 feet with the weight over bar, because I know I've thrown 15 or 13 feet. But if I miss all 3 of those throws,
You're done.
I get
Right.
0 on it. So what I'll do, if they'll let me, is I'll probably throw at the introductory weight and see how it feels, where it goes.
And then
Because
skip.
And then
if they
skip.
start at 10 feet, when I raise my hand up in the air, I'm at 8.5 feet
Right.
tall. My fingertips are 8.5 feet tall. The extension of the weight is 9 foot tall.
At least.
That's an easy throw for me.
No, the weight's at least 1.5 feet tall.
So the high, my PR on the weight over bar is 15 feet. So we'll see. I probably, if they go in at 10 feet, I'll probably wait until they 13 feet and then throw then. Because I'm pretty sure I can throw 13, even if I
Because you don't
throw
want to
my
burn
shoulder
yourself out.
Right. I can probably hit 13 foot on the first throw. And if I
I mean,
throw
it's
my
a
shoulder out
long,
on the
it's a
first throw,
long day. You got 6 hours of events.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long day. I mean, you go do all your things, you stand around, and then you go take a break for a little bit, and you go back and you hit it. I mean, it's a long day. I mean, you're done by the time you're done.
Because too, you got to think about, like, they have to get out there and measure every single throw, every single toss. Like that.
yeah, some of it
takes
goes
time.
faster than others. But you have the A division, the B division, the senior division, the women's division.
I'm glad I don't have to run between, like, oh, what's Bob doing? What's Steven doing? Where am I at? Where am I supposed to be? Who's doing? And then you miss an opportunity
Right.
to, like, catch something really huge.
Well, you always stayed with Steven.
That picture that is of Steven tossing that caber,
It's my picture.
I took that
I
picture.
took that picture.
You lie.
I took that picture.
You lie.
I took that picture.
You lie.
It's on my phone.
Because I took it.
Triggered over there.
Yes,
She
I did.
didn't take it. She
Yes, I did.
didn't take it. I took it.
Nope.
Best
Because
picture ever.
you would have been participating.
Well, we are here at 10 o'clock.
Just saying.
Thank you all for hanging out with us. We got 19 people to finish out the show. Sammy Flo ended up hitting the like button over on Facebook. Appreciate that, brother. Never saw him come into the into the show.
Sure.
But thank you all for hanging out with us. Hopefully next week when we have Chief Talk, I am in one piece and I have something cool to show you guys in terms of winning.
Well, I'll be holding up all the medals because you're going to give them to me.
That'll be the closest you've got to holding the medal.
No. I have 3 12s on the cable.
So without further ado, thank you all for hanging out with us. We will be back next week. Yeah, that's it. We love you guys. Thank you all for hanging out with us. And catch all the reviews coming in between now and next week. And we'll catch you there. See you.
Have you checked out ChevetteReport.com? It's the newest cigar media outlet to keep you in the know with all things cigar lifestyle related. From press releases to reviews, we have it all covered. Be some of our first members to join ChevetteReport.com and be a part of the next step in the cigar culture. ChevetteReport.com.
Time to relax. Whew. Man, I'm beat. Whew. What are you doing? What are you doing here? Show's over. Go home. Go home. Show's over. What are you waiting for? You waiting for another show? This is a one-ticket entry. Go. Bye. Go.